Hello student. Today we are going to study about Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940 and Rules 1945. जो ड्रग एंड कॉस्मेटिक एक्ट है वो 1940 में आया था और जो इसमें अमेंडमेंट हुई थी उसके बाद आफ्टर द रूल वाज पास्ड वो हुई थी 1945 में. Drug and Cosmetic Act was passed in 1940, 10th April. The main objective of this act are import, manufacture, distribution, sale of drug and cosmetic. The act regulates the import of drug in India so that no substandard or spurious drug will enter into our country. The act prohibits the manufacture of substandard or spurious drug in the country. The Act provides for the control over the sale and distribution of drug only by trained and qualified person. The Act also provides for the control over manufacture, sale, and distribution of Ayurvedic, Siddha, Unani, and homeopathic drugs. So these are the objectives. Now further continuing the objective, certain provision of this act also regulate import, manufacture, sale and distribution of cosmetic to have regular inspection of license premises by drug inspector, to have control over standard of drugs and cosmetic by taking sampling and analyzing them at approved laboratories, to provide special provision to regulate preparation, standardization, and storage of biological and special product, to prescribe the manner of labeling and packaging of various classes of drug and cosmetics. Drug and Cosmetic Act is divided into different chapters. First chapter include introduction and definition. Second chapters include DTAB, DCC, DCDL, and third chapter include import of drug and cosmetics. Fourth chapter includes manufacture, sale and distribution of drug and cosmetic. Then fourth A chapter include provision relating to Ayurvedic, Siddha, Unani drugs, and fifth chapter includes miscellaneous drugs. According to this chapter, according to Drug and Cosmetic Act, there are some definitions which we are going to study. These definitions includes drug, substandard, new drug. So first definition is drug. A drug include all medicine for internal or external use of human being or animal, and all substances intended to be used for or in diagnosis, treatment, mitigation or prevention of any disease, disorder in human being, including preparation applied on human body for the purpose of repelling insects like mosquito. Such substance other than food intended to affect structure of any function of human body or intended to be used for destruction or insect which cause disease in human being or animal. All substance intended for use as component of drug including empty gelatin capsule. Such device intended for internal or external use in diagnosis, treatment, mitigation or prevention of disease or disorder in human body or animal. This image depicts the different form of drug. Next definition is cosmetic. Cosmetic means any article intended to be rubbed, poured, sprinkled, or sprayed or introduced into or otherwise applied to human body or any part therefore of cleansing, beautifying, promoting attractiveness or altering the appearance and include any article intended for the use as a component is called cosmetic. Next include Ayurvedic, Siddha or Unani drugs. It means they include all medicine intended for internal or external use for or in the diagnosis, treatment, mitigation, or prevention of disease or disorder in human being or animal, and manufactured exclusively in accordance with the formula described in authoritative book of Ayurvedic Siddha and Unani system of medicine specified in first schedule. Next definition includes standard of quality. Standard of quality in relation to drug means that the drug complies with the standard set out in the second schedule, or in relation to a cosmetic, that the cosmetic complies with such standard as may be prescribed. Next definition include misbranded drugs. A drug shall be deemed to be misbranded if it is so colored, coated, powdered or polished that damage is concealed, or may if it is made to appear for a better or a greater therapeutic value. It really is, or if it is not labeled in a prescribed manner. If it is not labeled in a prescribed manner, if it is label or container or anything compiling the drug bear any statement, design or device which make any false claim for the drug, or which is false or misleading. This is the image or pictorial form. Fake and real images of some medicines are shown. This is also contain the same purpose for the authenticated and fake medicines are given here. Next definition include misbranded cosmetic. A cosmetic shall be deemed to be misbranded if it contain a color which is not prescribed, or if it is not labeled in a prescribed manner. If label or container or anything compiling the cosmetic bear any statement which is false or misleading any particular. Now, next definition include a drug shall be is adulterated drug. A drug shall be deemed to be adulterated if it consists in whole or in part or of any filthy, putrid or decomposed substance, or if it has been prepared, packed or stored under insanitary condition where it may have been contaminated with filth, or whereby it may have been rendered injurious to health. If its contain is composed in whole or in a part of any poisonous or deleterious substance which may render the content injurious to health, or if it bear or contain the for a purpose of coloring only a color other than one which is prescribed, or if it contain any harmful or toxic substance which may render it injurious to the health, or if any substance has been mixed with so as to reduce its quality or strength. Example: cheap cottonseed oil in place of olive oil. Superior drug. A drug shall be deemed to be superior if it is imported under a name which belongs to another drug, or if it is an imitation of or substitute for another drug or resembles another drug in a manner likely to devise or bears upon it or upon its label or container the name of another drug, unless it is plainly and conspiracy, conspiracy marked so as to reveal its true characters and its lack of identity with such other drug, or if the label or the container bear the name of an individual or the company promoting to be the manufacturer of the drug, which individual or the company it fastidious or does not exist. If it has been substituted wholly or in a part by another drug or the substance, if it purports to be the product of a manufacturer of whom it is not truly a product. For example, when methamphetamine is sold as cocaine, this is an example of a this is an example of the superior drug. Next, new drug. A new drug shall means or include a new substance of a chemical, biological, or biotechnological origin in which in bulk or prepared dosage form used for prevention, diagnosis, or treatment of disease in man or animal, which expects during local clinical trials has not been used in the country to any significant extent and which has not been recognized in the country as effective and safe for proposed claim. A drug already approved by a licensed authority for a certain claim which is now proposed to a market with modify or new claim, namely indications, dosage form including stained release dosage form and route of administration, a fixed dose of a combination of two or more drugs individually approved earlier for certain claim which are now proposed to be the combined for the first time fixed ratio in a fixed ratio, or if its ratio of the ingredient is already being marketed in the combination is proposed to be changed with a certain claim via indication dosage form including sustained release dosage form and route of administration. For the purpose of this rule, all vaccines shall be new drug unless certified otherwise by licensed authority. A new drug shall be continuing to be considered as a new drug for a period of 4 years from the date of its first approval or inclusion in the IP, whichever is. Next definition include government analyst, which means in a relation to Ayurvedic, Siddha or Unani drug, a person appointed by a central or a state government under section 33F, and in relation to any other drug or cosmetic, a person appointed by central government or state government under section 20, that person is called as government analyst. Next definition includes inspector, which means in relation to Ayurvedic, Siddha or Unani drug, an inspector appointed by central government or a state government under the section 33G And in relation to any other drug or cosmetic, an inspector is a person who is appointed by central government or a state government under the section 21. That person is named as drug inspector. Next definition is manufacturer. Manufacturer in relation to any drug or cosmetic includes any process or a part of a process for making, altering, ornamenting, finishing, packaging, labeling, breaking up, or otherwise treating or adopting any drug or cosmetic with a view of its sale or distribution, which but does not include compounding or dispensing of any drug or packaging of any drug or cosmetic in the ordinary course of retail business, and to manufacturer shall be constructed accordingly. So this is a definition of manufacturer. Next definition include patent or proprietary medicine. It means in relation to Ayurvedic, Siddha or Unani system of medicine or formulations containing only such ingredient mentioned in the formula described in the authoritative book of Ayurveda, Siddha or Unani system of medicine specified in the schedule but does not include a medicine which is administered by parenteral route, and also a formulation included in authoritative book as listed in first schedule. In relation to any other system of medicine, a drug in a drug which is a remedy or prescription presented in a form ready for internal or external administration of human being or animal, and which is not included in the edition of Indian Pharmacopoeia for time being or any other pharmacopoeia authorized in this behalf by central government after consultations with the drug technical advisory board constituted under section 5. So this is the definition of patent or proprietary medicines. Now next definition include homeopathy medicine. Homeopathy medicine is any drug which is recorded in homeopathic province or therapeutic efficacy of which has been established through long clinical experience as recorded in authoritative homeopathic literature of India and abroad, and which is prepared according to the techniques of homeopathic pharmacy and covers combination of ingredient of such homeopathic medicine but does not include a medicine which is administered by parenteral route. So these are the definitions various which are comes under Drug and Cosmetic Act. Now next we will study in next lecture. Thank you. I hope this video is informational for you.